studio. If you know my work, you probably know that I am mostly an oil painter. I love working with the juicy, luscious textures of oil paint. But in my sketchbooks, I love to change things up and use a bit of mixed media. I love to use a variety of different materials and use my sketchbooks as a place to play and explore and have some fun. And hopefully some of that energy that I build up in my sketchbooks comes through into my larger work and my paintings. Now, whenever I share anything that is in my sketchbooks, the very first thing I get asked by people is not how did I do that, it's what did you use? People are always so interested in the materials that I have used in my sketchbooks. And because I change it up and use a variety of materials, because I am, after all, playing, I want these to be a place to have fun and experiment. I do change up the materials I use quite a bit. And I'm always on the search for new materials or interesting things or new ways of pushing materials in my sketchbooks to try and bring some energy and some life into my practice and making art. So I've decided that each time I get a delivery in of art materials that I won't open them unless I do them in front of the camera so that I can share with all of you materials that I order into my studio to use, especially in my sketchbooks. So today is one of those videos where I share some materials that come into my studio. I also love to order in supplies and try different things because I run an online community, creative community studio supporting artists, and I love to be able to try different things so that I can give them advice or tell them what works for me. So I do often get art supply deliveries in, but I do see it as my job to explore and experiment with as many different materials as possible so that I can help other artists who might want to work in mediums other than oil paint, which is obviously my first love. So let me show you what materials arrived in my studio lately. You probably might have seen me using some of these materials already. I'm not sure. I've been filming them each time something comes, and I promise I'm going to be sharing all of my materials and what I love with you. Hello, I've got a new art supply delivery that I want to share with you today. And I'm coming online to share it because it is actually from a new online store in South Africa. Now in South Africa, we don't have many options of online art supply stores, although there are more and more that are coming into being, so that's really exciting. But it is a new one that I am purchasing from. It is called My Art Shop. Now I'm not a paid advert, I'm just sharing it with you. It's called My Art Shop. It's .co.za. And I've just done my first online order with them, and they were super speedy. I did the online order over the weekend, and it was literally got the notice on Monday morning that it was on its way, and it was delivered by Tuesday. So super excited, and I thought I would open it with you. Now it has got two things inside it that I'm dying to try. It's so excited. It's like Christmas opening art supplies. Sorry if you're getting all the noise from the packaging. Nice and well wrapped up, nice and protected, so not going to get damaged. Okay, here, wait, let me undo all this plastic and I'll be back with you in a minute because I'm sure you are going to love seeing what I have ordered. Okay, multiple layers of bubble wrap later, which is not a bad thing. I do try and reuse all my packaging, so that's why I thought I'd switch you off. I went and got a pair of scissors and carefully opened it because I like to try and recycle packaging if I can, just because I don't like all this plastic to go into the waste. So I finally got through all the layers of packaging. Oh, it's so exciting getting new art supplies. Now, the first thing I have is a box of Caran dAche, I always butcher these names, sorry. Caran dAche Luminance pencil crayons. Now, you're probably wondering, Heidi, you're an oil painter. Why on earth are you ordering pencil crayons? I love using pencil crayons in my sketchbooks. I love to layer it up and really work in some mark making. And this Caran brand, I've heard so many artists talking about how beautiful and silky and soft they are. And these happen to be on special this month. And so I thought I would order myself a pack and see what they are like. The beauty of this pack is that you can order the pencils separately. So if there's only a few colors you like, you can pick and choose. Just a quick side note, as I'm editing this video, I realize that I so regularly talk about not buying sets of things, because sometimes when you buy sets of things, you get a whole lot of colors that you might not necessarily use. But I had never tried Luminance before, and this set was on special, which is what sparked me to ordering a set of them to give them a try. Now, ordinarily, I like to order in materials, particularly colored pencils. I like to order them individually because that way I can work up the colors that I know I need and the colors that I know I love. So, for example, instead of getting a bright grass green, which I think I show you in this tutorial or this video, I would much rather have a beautiful chrome. It's an earth green, a more olivey green. So I sometimes find buying sets, you get a whole lot of colors that are not necessarily colors that speak to your palette. But I have ordered in this set because I had never tried Luminance before. So I think last week I shared with you some extra single Luminance that I had ordered in. But I just wanted to say to you, the reason why I ordered in a pack this time is because I had never tried them before, and sometimes buying a little pack to start off with is a great way to start off with something. But I do also recommend looking at options of buying things in singles. It can be cheaper, and you can also then choose the colors that you know you love. I have been desperate for such a long time to purchase myself a set of also Caran dAche, which means that they're imported in South Africa, which means that they're super costly. I've been dying to order a set of Caran dAche Neo Pastel 2s. They are a water-soluble wax crayon. So they're a beautiful wax crayon that when you use them, they're silky and soft, but they can also be dissolved with water, which means that they are awesome to travel with. And they're super costly. So I've been hanging back, not sure if I really want to spend that amount of money in investing in something that I've never actually tried before. So when I went in to purchase these Caran dAche Luminance pencil crayons, I happened to notice that my art shop also had a set that I'd never seen before of water-soluble oil pastels, and it is by, I never know how to say this name either, Mungyo. Honestly, I know I'm saying it wrong. I'll show you the picture of them. But they are a water-soluble wax crayon. And so I really want to give them a try. They were also super affordable. So they may not feel maybe as luxurious as the Caran dAche ones, but they'll give me a chance to play around and explore and experiment a bit until I decide if I'm willing to invest in a set of Neo Pastel 2s. So, should we dive in and have a look what these are like? I am so excited to show you these. Let's open them up. These gorgeous colors. They're also quite fat, chunky crayons, which I wasn't anticipating that. If I show you a picture of them on the website, they look like they were much thinner crayons, a bit like the Neo Pastels looks. Because what I like to do is I actually like to break them in half and be able to have a set that I can keep in the studio and a set that I like to sort of take out with me if I'm going to draw or paint outdoors or going away on holiday. I like to take things with me, especially things like this. And this is one of the reasons why I've been looking into getting some of these, because they're a dry medium, but you can actually wet them. So I can take along a water pen and I can draw with them, but then I can create painterly marks with the pen. So should I actually show you? Let me get the pencil crayons out of the way. We'll open those in a minute. Let's get some paper. So have a look here. If I pick up one of these colors and I start to draw with it, now these do feel kind of waxy. They're not as soft as I anticipated that they would be, but I'm kind of thinking probably find that the
Neo pastels will obviously they're a lot more expensive, and you probably find that they will be a lot more you know uh, creamier. Although this one feels lovely and creamy. So what you can do with these is you can draw and you can work with them. Let's neutralize this a little bit. That green is quite hectic. So you can draw with them, and then what you can do is you can get a pen, a brush pen, and of course you can work into them a bit like paint, and they become more painterly, so you can actually use the water. They dissolve in the water. Don't ask me how a wax crayon becomes water soluble. I still can't quite get my head around that, but it could be quite fun to travel with, because get some water going here, because you could then not have to worry about traveling with paint. You could actually take something like this and still create interesting things. I'm just playing now because I want to see these colors. Oh, look at that. You can layer them up. Let's see, we can layer up, and then work with your brush pen. Look at that. Oh, I think I'm going to enjoy these. The only problem is, though, that now I know I'm probably going to want to start saving for some Neo Pastels. Oh dear, Heidi. So these were really affordable. They weren't that badly priced at all. And so because Neo Pastels are quite costly, I thought to myself, well, I should probably try something similar because I might not like them. And if I like them, then maybe I can start to consider saving up for some of the Neo Pastels. Oh, these are gorgeous and creamy. They are waxy. They feel just like a wax oil pastel. Only they become water soluble. Oh my goodness, I think I'm going to love these. So let's get rid of the water-soluble crayons and let's have a look at the Luminance pencil crayons. Now, this set, I don't normally like to buy a set because when you buy a set, you often end up with a whole lot of colors that, oh my goodness, look at that. Oh my goodness, tell me that that rainbow of colors does not make you feel excited. Oh my gosh, nothing gives me greater joy. Anyway, let me not get just color distracted, but very often, so already I can see here there is a color that I probably wouldn't use much. Oh, it's called grass green. Yeah, if I use this color, I would probably have to layer it up a little bit. So that on its own, oh, they are lovely and creamy. Oh my goodness. Beautiful, beautiful, soft, creamy, layer up. So I would probably take another color and I'd work into those a little bit, or I would use them to layer over something where they're not such a vibrant green. I prefer more of a mossy green, although look, layering it up, that looks pretty good. Let's see, let's layer it up with a little bit of the white work. Little bit, layering it up a little bit. Oh, they are delicious and creamy. I can see why so many of the artists whose work I love, that do travel sketchbooks and work a lot in sketchbooks, I've seen so many of them using these Luminance pencil crayons, and so many of them have raved about them. I can tell why. Let's see if they layer up nicely over this. Oh yes, and this isn't even nice paper that I'm working on. Okay, this paper is really not made to hold water, but look at that. I think I'm going to love these too. Very, very, very happy with this purchase. These will be absolutely gorgeous to layer up and work into. Very happy with this. Okay, let me have a good look at these colors. Let me see. As I said, normally I don't like to buy a set like this, but I have placed an order for some beautiful individual colors to supplement this set. Most of the pencil crayons that I have collected over the years are water soluble, and I really want to also be able to get a set or build up a set that are not necessarily water soluble, so that I can actually go in and work. Oh, that is giving off some color, but I think it's because these wax pastels are continuing to dissolve as I wet them. But basically I wanted to also build up a really nice set of soft pencil crayons that I can continue to work and layer up in my sketchbooks with, and be able to travel with without having to always travel with paint. So very, very, very happy with this purchase. Let me have a look at all of the colors. These are the colors, all of the Luminous pencil crayons. I've swatched all the colors. I'm such a nerd. I love to see what they all look like. I love to see what all the colors are. I'm quite happy with that pink. It's more of like a, oh gosh, look, I've got so much paint on my fingers. I'm almost embarrassed for you to see them. That pink is a lovely salmony pink. That grass green is not my favorite. I love that raw umber, and the slate grey are beautiful. And that Parallean brown, oh, that is a gorgeous, gorgeous color. And the dark sap green, it almost looks like a navy. Almost reminds me of like an indigo color rather than a green. It's a very, very dark green, but it's quite beautiful. So overall, I'm very happy with that set. And I think that the colors, extra colors that I have ordered in, will go really nicely with this set. And a quick look at these oil pastel colors, just in case you need to feast your eyes on some more color. A beautiful set of colors. I'm very happy with these. Look at these beautiful colors here. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I also love this color at the top here. I think it was called olive. Beautiful. Very, very happy with that set, and I really can't wait to play around with these. And I've got a feeling that they're going to make me desperately want to order a set of Neo Pastels, but I'll have to be saving up for that.
Thanks for joining me for a little art haul today. I don't plan on bombarding you often with new materials, but I know that I love to see what other artists are using in their artwork. And as I said in the beginning, it's a question I get asked all the time. What did you use to make that? What materials did you use? So I hope you will enjoy today and in the future seeing new materials that come into my studio. I promise I'm going to share them with you in the hopes that I can help you explore and experiment with things in your own studio too. Now, if you've enjoyed this video, I'd love you to hit the like button. It really does help me to be able to share and help with lots more people. And if you would like to join me again in my studio for some tips and hopefully a bit of inspiration, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you here again next week, every Sunday, 4 p.m. South African time.